Mabibi na mabwana, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long time since we had an amazing conversation here at Kiti Moto. Hii ni Kiti Moto, kiti ambacho kinakujuza, kinakupasha habari ambazo zinahusiana na county ya Kajiado. It's only on Kiti Moto where we get to engage in conversations around our county, touching on different issues, touching on leadership, touching on human interests, touching on lifestyle. And the past few days, Kajiado County has been on the headlines for many other reasons. One of them, one of the reasons why Kajiado has been on the limelight is for the call of accountability by our Senate committee, where we saw our county officials literally sweating, but that's a conversation for another day. Leo, we are here for an amazing conversation with an amazing young person who has made it and made a challenge for all the other young people, that young people can come together, young people can fight together, young people can go for what hasn't been seen as an opportunity. Leadership. Young people must go for leadership and they must fight for their spaces. Indeed, I was really motivated by this young person because the young person, Mr. Alan Kasosi, who will be engaging in a few, did the unthinkable recently. Na alileta watu pamoja, and they made a serious announcement that they are going to support one Nyangulo candidate. If that is not news to us, it is huge news. Mbona tuandikie kwa mate na wino upo wa makweli. So joining us is my brother Alan Kasosi, and Alan, we've really wanted to have this conversation, not even now, in the past we wanted to have this conversation, but mambo ikaenda venye ilienda, but now here we are. Hata kabla ya chochote kile, naomba labda ujitambulishe kwa watazamaji before we move on.
Thank you. All greetings to everyone across the board in my beautiful county, Kajiado County. Going back home to Wasonkido Ward, to my village called Olodungoro. I greet you warmly.
Wow.
And my good name is Alan Melita Kasosi, a young person, a very ambitious young man from a village called Olodungoro, Ewasonkido Ward, Kajiado West constituency, and my home county is Kajiado County.
Sure.
I'm a youth leader, passionate and driving this, and I welcome you in a one-on-one conversation with the one and only CEO Kajiado TV, Mr. Mamboleo.
Bila shaka.
Thank you, sir.
What an introduction. Someone will know that you're not just someone who is coming out of the thicket. Wewe ni mtu ambaye you're coming up as not only a champion of youth leadership, but you're coming up as someone who who really want to see the change. And even before we go deep into our conversation, personally, some people never knew this, but as an individual, I have had interacted for a good time with the young people, and youth leadership has been my thing since the time I was in the civil society spaces. And I must say that I'm not having this conversation with you just because you are a youth leader. No, it is because that I personally believe that the young people must take key spaces in leadership.
Absolutely.
Not just people who sit on the audience. Hapana, watu ambao wanakaa kwenye meza ya kufanya maamuzi sahihi ya uongozi. And mimi I will call you a revolutionist kwa sababu I saw what you did recently, and we can even show what you did with the other young people in Ewaso. Na you challenged other young people sana from the Nyangulo age set that you guys can come together and come up with one leader, then hao wengine wote watasupport
kabisa.
Kwanza wengi wanazafikiri kwanza hiyo ni story, unaona, but wacha tusiende kwanza huko kwa sababu we will come to that specific spot and ask you why you thought that young people must come together. But let us just first talk about what is the current situation of youth leadership in Kajiado County. Tuanze tuna Kajiado. Hali ya vijana kupewa nafasi za uongozi. How are we doing?
For that, I can say we are privileged to be young people. And being a youthful person is always a season that you will transit to be an adult and get old. And talking of young people in our county, in the involvement of governance, that these people are characterized by 3 aspects. That they are liberal.
Young people.
They are liberal. They are energetic, and they are very vocal. And more so, they are very many in numbers. They are the majority.
So they enjoy the numbers.
They enjoy the numbers. So from where I sit, let me speak from a neutral point. That the involvement of young people in across the board in governance, you see, we must depict meaningful engagement and involvement. And what brings this, there is an aspect of unity. We must talk of unity so that we can scale it down to the involvement in our county. So far, we are somewhere, and our county is blessed with many people, with many young people. And just picking some small detail, because I must talk about the youth department. How are they doing their things?
Even before we address we go to your next point. You mentioned about meaningful engagement.
Yes.
Do you think the engagement that we have right now in our county is meaningful? Je, unafikiri the young people saizi ambao wanahusishwa, do you think they are meaningfully engaged ama wanahusishwa tu kwa sababu ya kuhusishwa jina?
For me, we are just tunahusishwa tu kwa sababu ya jina, but there is no that grip of meaningful involvement by the youth in governance.
By involvement, what do you mean? What exactly do you mean by meaningful?
It's diverse. We are talking of opportunities, rolling out opportunities. Even going back constitutionally, there is a provision for the young people. There is in the County Act, there is a provision for the young people, job opportunities, internship program, and even tender provision. But we are not really enjoying that chunk of provision. So there is, as much as some efforts are being done, but to the latter, according to the majority of young people, we don't still have that meaningfully.
It is not out there.
It is not out there. It has not been seen, because there is a spark of unity among us as the youth. We are really not united because of many things that have happened. Let me talk just a bit back. In the year 2023.
Take me back.
Let me take you back. In the year 2023, there is what you call, our county have a body called the Kajiado County Youth Alliance, which is a very good formulated organization to be an eye between the county government and the youth. So we expect that youth activities, youth involvement is being championed by this, but ikona dosari, because I remember I was an aspirant, or
you vied for a position.
And from that I will see the aftermath results spark the unity of the youth. You see, so this peace, we are just living by negative peace. I cannot say positive peace, because positive peace is, I come to you, Mamboleo, you are my brother, we talk, I can share my thoughts, and we can help each other. But generally, we have a problem in our unity, that people, the portfolio that we have is not really concrete in unity. That one is affecting our involvement.
So the biggest challenge right now we have to achieve the meaningful engagement of young people. The biggest challenge we have is that young people are not united.
Yes. Yeah.
Na nini inafanya vijana wasishikane?
The fact is, I said it and I mentioned it earlier that young people are characterized by liberal minds. That since we got this education, I can decide for myself. You see, but what if we scale it down? My ideologies and yours come together. This unity is affected by even our leaders. Because the problem with young people, we are just becoming voters but not decision makers.
That is a very powerful statement.
Young
people are just voters but not decision makers.
This is making us to be just behind someone or rallying out our issues of young people behind someone or behind a certain leader, and that is not right. Young people can come out by themselves, think of their issues by themselves, articulate their issues by themselves, and with that, the leader that wants them, or even we can rally out, who wants to rally out issues of young people, have a basement of taking that shape without any intrinsic a political affiliation.
So you've mentioned very, very important components of youth leadership. You've mentioned about meaningful youth engagement, but also you've talked about unity. Someone would ask, why is unity important? But even before we ask ourselves why unity is important, lazima tujiulize ni nini hii ambayo inasababisha kutokuwa na ile umoja wa vijana. What brings the challenge of young people coming together?
Thank you. In that part, unity is a very important aspect in our society. That Waswahili pia wanasema utengano ni udhaifu,
bila shaka,
na nguvu inatuleta pamoja. So in line with that, our unity as a young people is a very strong aspect going forward, or even in the involvement of any other parameters. Tukikuja pamoja kama vijana, our voice will be there. Tukikuja pamoja,
the voice will be one.
The voice will be one. Tukikuja pamoja kama vijana, people will take us more serious than these small division groups. So it's a thoughtful mind that us as young people, despite our political divides, despite our backgrounds, it is mindful for us to unite. So without unity, bwana hatuna mahali tunaenda.
Yeah, you mentioned background. How does the background affect unity? Maybe I want to go deeper. Usitaki mambo hapa juu.
Sure.
Ni nini ambayo unafikiri ndani kabisa inasababisha vijana wanatengana? Ni nini hiyo unaita background?
Background, I can say it this. I mentioned about political divides.
That is quite understandable.
Yes.
Kwa sababu wewe unaweza kuwa wa chama hii, hiyo ni njia moja ya kugawanisha.
Yes. So these political divides make us to be rigid in our unity as young people. Because if I'm supporting this leader,
partner A,
and my fellow brother
is from
partner B, you see, coming together is being affected by the political inclusion. Because I will make my mind rigid that I'm right, and I'm just supposed to be in that backyard of young people supporting my leader or partner A, and partner B says I'm just supposed, and na hakuna chuki.
So well, do you mean that young people must intentionally come up with their own selfish agenda?
Yes, this is a deliberate call of action.
Okay.
That we let's break that seal. That let's come out. That one.
So wakipanga pale?
Yes, let's unite. Tukimaliza, utaenda saa utaenda kwako jioni. I'll go to my home. But we are doing some good work. You see, we can collaborate. as a call of action
Okay.
to young people, that let's not make our minds rigid, which brings hatred, which brings division, and which brings retrogressive actions, that we are just going back, we are not building our future tomorrow. And yet the leader that we are supporting, for instance me, is someone actually obviously more older than me. So where is my young brother and sister?
Where do we start? How do you start bringing young people together with all the political division, with how we are divided in terms of our background and how we are brought up? How do we start preaching unity? Now we are talking of something that has been embedded in us
Yeah, sure.
through our great grandfathers, our fathers, up to now our generation. How do we now start telling people, stop doing this, stop doing something that you've been doing it for years and years and years, now change and start doing this differently?
We can resolve it this way, that the resolution of young people, we have a lot of challenges. Young people are faced by a challenge of unemployment, you see, by a challenge of mental health, by a challenge of s- sexual issues surrounding that, uh, which are colluded with unity. So when we talk of unity, we must give resolutions to the problems that are facing young people. For now, I mentioned that we are the majority across the board, and a big chunk of young people have no jobs. They are going to drugs, they are going to a lot of issues, which even they making them don't care of their unity. Coming together for them does not make sense, because even coming together and we cannot even afford a cup of tea to talk for these deliberations is becoming a challenge. So getting that space, we must deal with issues affecting young people and unemployment. There is it, which is a very big problem.
We have seen, Alan, we have seen very interesting insights at the national level. And a few months ago, Kenya was having a monumental challenge with the generational issues. And we saw the Gen Z uprising, a huge challenge to the current government. And there are a lot of issues which were being discussed, cutting across different issues, from leadership to employment to other important issues. And immediately after the uprising, because I will call it a failed uprising, we saw young people, young leaders sprout up. Now we must ask ourselves, how is it being done at the national level? We've seen Kasmol taking very, very senior roles at the ODM party. We have seen Morara form his own party, na mambo mengi sana ambayo yanahusiana na hiyo. Hapa kwenye county yetu ya Kajiado tukoje? Do we have leaders who we can point out as people who have stood out in terms of youth leadership, in terms of youth and governance, in terms of taking up the leadership spaces?
For that, taking a point of reference, talking of the national government uprising of, I call it the Gen Z revolution that happened just recently. And for instance, the Madagascar president has dissolved his whole government because of a 3-day protest by Gen Z. That give us a hint, or that give us some information that other things are impossible that people always say that possible, that people say that they are impossible. And it tells us that young people have a message or have something that will help us govern, that will help our leaders in governance. Although it's unfortunate that we lost many lives in the Gen Z protest, but also I can say people who are saying, I don't believe in an ideology called we are leaderless, and obviously we are tribeless, you see, because something leaderless have no foundation, basic foundation of even getting to work with.
That's true.
You see, but young people have liberal youth champions and leaders. Talk of Samuel Kamore, that taking high level meeting of ODM, Moraro Kebaso. That tells us that there is a big generation that we can build our tomorrow, even taking our country and even our counties to another level. Talking of our county, you see, the nature of our county is many things are delocalized. We are talking of ile watu wanasema kwa ground.
Mambo kwa ground iko.
Mambo kwa ground iko aje? You know, you consider about cultural issues making our young governance to be delocalized, which is really affecting us in progress, because wanasema huyu ni wa ile clan, huyu ni wa ile, you see. That is a very wrong thing that is affecting us.
It's a very wrong perception.
It's a very wrong perception. So in our county, taking a point of reference, you have said in the national government, I can say we can build something big so far, because in the protest, we tried something on the accountability to our county, which is a provision by the County Act, that the young people have a role.
How did it perform?
How did it perform? Where is our share? Where is this? How are the operations being done? And I mentioned about delocalization of our politics, delocalization of our governance. So my call to young people is that this is a call of action, that let's come out of that poach and
The clan poach.
yes, the clan poach,
The tribe poach.
the tribe poach. We can build something that even the world will emulate, not just our county, even the world can emulate. Yeah.
That is quite interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, the only reason why, one of the major reasons, let me rephrase, one of the major reasons why we are having a conversation with Alan Kasosi. Alan, and you will tell us how you performed at the Kasi elections. We will have that conversation,
Okay.
but not now. But one of the main reasons why we're having a conversation here with Alan Kasosi is that Alan Kasosi saw it important to bring together young people from Ewaso ward, and I'm informed, though you will confirm if my reports are right. I'm informed that Kasosi made a call to all the aspirants, the youth aspirants in Ewaso, and challenged them that we can have our own age set agenda and move on as one. Then uko mbele we can sit down and agree that let us have this one person as a candidate and we fully support him or her. That to me is a very, very unique approach, because I don't think it has happened anywhere, anytime in our county. I would really want to know, is it true that you called all the other candidates were your age set? Mkakaa chini na mkaanza kufikiria how you guys will go about the 2027 election?
Kabisa.
How did you start?
It was a mindful idea that we're in the 21st century, that the energy of young people is arising, and particularly where I'm come from is Ewaso ward. We have a majority of young people aspiring to be leaders of tomorrow, eyeing 2027 elections. I can mention 10 of them eyeing for MCAs, even the chiefs. Our fathers are retiring, so we are eyeing on the chiefs level.
The chief roles. Administrative chiefs ama ile arika. Administrative chiefs.
So I saw it important, and this is a self-driven ideology that my home is Ewaso. I studied there. We have interacted with many young people, and we have a majority. We have 9 aspirants who are eyeing to be MCAs in that ward. The incumbent MCA is Mheshimiwa Tories, who is a millennium. So with that, I saw it is so important for us just to come together, to share our ideas together. So I made a call to every aspirant. We have Amos Tinkoi, Sam Moloi, Gilbert Orumoi, Maurice Pule. We have another one called Elijah Kokuya. We have Julius Oleletura, just to mention a few. So I made an approach call to them, and I must thank them for hearing that voice, and we came together. Just previously this week, we were able to come together, chat as brothers, despite our political divides, because mambo leo si kila mtu ako na chama yenye
Kila
yake.
mtu, that was my thought. Imagine to our viewers, this guy reached out to people who are not from one party.
Yes.
Is that how it is?
Sure, we have even specific persons who have already grounded themselves in a certain party, either UDA, either DCP, either Jubilee.
But you just made a call of faith.
Yes, a call of faith and a common call, a very seductive and normal call to my brothers.
Yeah.
And fortunately, we are able to meet. My ultimate intentions were this, that where is our space? How can we amplify our voices, young people? Because sahi tukienda hizi maforum, these political forums, when it comes to that time of airing, I'm an aspirant, wazee wanasema na si mbaya, akawapi hawa vijana wengi wanasimama. You see, that is a notion, an ideology that is not really encouraging us in this cause. I saw it important that when we come together, we will have that voice together, despite that political divide. And even in future, towards 2027, we are able to, and we will, to front one candidate, just as a consensus. And that will amplify our voice, make our deal serious, that any other leader, and this is an independent idea. No one is behind. And
hakuna mtu anawaita anawaambia
hakuna
sukumeni hii
ati enda usukume, no. And I want to make it clear to the public and every young people who is listening to me that this is an independent idea and it's a call of action to us all. And I must thank my fellow Ewaso Ward youth leaders that we came together, we discussed extensively about our issues, our involvement, and we found a lot of reasons that we must come together for this.
What do you think? What do you think is the main reason? Is it like you guys want to have one candidate, ama you just want to drive the unity agenda, ama you want to put out a message there to all other stakeholders that you guys tuko pamoja, sisi msikuje kutupangua.
Sure.
What do you think is the main agenda, ama what is your main agenda in your cause to bring all the young leaders together and form, a force of unity?
Our message to the world is this, that our time is now and not tomorrow. Our message to the world is this, that young people to be united is something possible and it is workable today and tomorrow.
What is the reaction of the other young people from Ewaso and hata from other wards? The reaction ilikuwaje? Watu walichukuliaje? Waliona ni kitu inawezekana? Waliona huyu jamaa anampigia mbuzi zeze? Like reaction ilikuwaje?
The reaction was pretty good because in the reaction across the board, I can mention Nyangulo in Birikani ward, in Kimana ward, the so-called Iltwati had a meeting recently just to incorporate their effort to raise their voice. We have our neighboring ward, Kekonyoki. We have aspirants, Ibrahim Kitamonik, Solio Shinini, journalist Kilelu. We have several of them. And this is a challenge to all young people, that we have a challenge to come together as brothers and sisters. And I can mention about Imaroro ward. We have an aspirant, Matapato South and Matapato North, who we have a very young, vibrant incumbent MCA, Honorable Osoi. So it's a call of action, and it's a message to the world that unity is paramount for us. Unity for young people is important. That we can do this, we can come together and create our path.
Create your path. That is the word. Ladies and gentlemen, what Alan Kasosi says that young people can come together and create their own path. Now let me just give you a small example. Few years ago, let me just not say few years ago, years ago, a young man, Katole Metito, stood up against all the odds and won a by-election in Kajiado South at only around 27, 28 years of age. Ni kweli. Hata I don't think we have any other young person ambaye ame take up such a role, kwenye hii miaka ya hapa juzi kati. Kwa sababu I think who might be the youngest, who is the youngest than he?
MP.
My directors. Tumekuwa na who is the youngest MP at the moment? Either maybe Ngogoyo or
Salasia.
No, in Kajiado.
Oh, in Kajiado.
So my point is kuna thana ya kwamba uongozi ya vijana inashindikana kwa sababu ya resources. Unanielewa?
Yeah.
Vijana mnatoa pesa wapi? Siasa ni pesa. How are you ready to address that challenge? Kwa sababu it is not a small thing.
Sure.
Watu wanataka hela, watu wanataka kuona results. Sasa wewe unataka kuambia vijana washikane wanatoa pi resources.
Thank you. You have just mentioned about Kato Ole Metito being elected at an age of, you mentioned about around 28 years. Taking my mind back, a young person at 28 years old, I'm 27 years old, brings this issue about resources. Si alichaguliwa kwa MP.
Akachaguliwa kweli.
He ran for 20 years as an MP.
Yes.
Alikuwa na kitu.
Akichaguliwa kweli yako nayo.
Hakuwa na kitu. So resources, we can go for it. We have live example. Talk of Salasia. Salasia came in riding by a motorbike. Our brother Osoi came without anything, resources. And really is now and they are there. So talking of resources, as young people, we can do this. We have examples that we can rise beyond this challenge and get this leadership.
Let me take you back, because I also want you to address this thing also conclusively. Young people who are watching must understand, and they know clearly that Kajiado has had has very, very huge challenges on youth leadership. We have had youth caucus, we've had lobby groups by the young people and for the young people, like Kasia. We have had the Kajiado Youth movement. Tumekuwa na Kajiado West Youth Alliance. Na ziko nyingi. As someone nitoe kabisa mavazi ya mwanahabari, as someone who really believes in the power of young people and the leadership of young people, and someone who who really want to encourage young people to rise up and take leadership positions na wakae chini kwenye meza ya kufanya maamuzi. I am really troubled with the increased number of these lobby groups, and also I also want to measure their impact. How impactful are these youth lobby groups? Kasia, Kajiado West Youth Alliance, Kajiado South Youth Alliance, we have Ma Student Association. Na mimi I really want to support these groups, unaona. But sasa tunalazima tujiulize, how impactful are these groups? Alafu kishajibu hiyo, how best can we make them more impactful going forward?
Thank you. These caucuses of youth organizations are important. Let me just mention that they are important.
Very.
Talking of devolution, when devolution came, everything was devolved, and now we can talk of the county government having their own governor, who is an overseer presidential eye to the county resources. Coming to constituency, that is also another national government involvement. So these organizations helps the intentions of these organizations is to amplify and fight for the young people space, that what is for us is for us, and spaces that are needed for young people like nominations are being brought to book and actualized for that matter. But the challenge is the operational services of these organizations, the deliberations that they make, because we go for elections. Talk of Kasia, we go for elections, voters election, we do a registration and we have polling stations. Talk of Kajiado West, we have physical elections. Talk of Matapato Youth Alliance, we have the also in Kajiado South. We also have in every constituency, and they are pretty good that they're bringing young people together in the constitution level, in the ward level, and one umbrella in the county level. But there are challenges that are making them not together,
not to achieve their objective.
Not to achieve the
Which
objective.
are these challenges?
Recently, when we did the Kasi election, and I'm talking because I'm a victim, and I was one of the involved in that race. The aftermath, we had three groups. We have the KYM led by my brother Parkanta. We have now the Martinez team and the Tepus team that I was in. So that really makes so hard or brings a challenge of us even coming together to the constituency level organization and even to the ward level, because actually we have some small caucus in the ward working with the areas MCA. So as much as these organizations are very meaningful to bring young people together, but these challenges are making them.
Do you want to say there's a lot of external interference?
Yes, there is a lot of external interference. That I said, our leaders might be involved in bringing these divides. That's why I was saying a call to young people that despite all that, we can converge together and articulate about our issues. Living alone, mimi ni wa Kato, mimi ni wa Lenku, mimi ni wa Seki, mimi ni wa Moshisho, mimi ni wa nini. We can articulate. Mimi kama wa Moshisho, mimi kama wa Kato, mimi kama wa Seki. Let's harmonize this unity of us. Let's talk together. Let's articulate our issues, because no one is coming to articulate our issues. No one is going to fight our space. It is only us and us.
So the other leaders are going to use your space. They are not going to articulate your space.
Sure.
That's quite interesting. But I want to, as we wind up, we cannot win the fight of engaging young people alone. Manielewa? They have been seen for a long time as people who interfere and bring the external interference to the affairs of the young people. What do you think should be the role ya hawa mabazu? Role yao mabazu ni gani katika kuactualize hii dream ya mavijana kukaa kwenye meza na kufanya maamuzi?
First, absolutely.
Na tukizungumzia hawa mabazu saizi, usifikiria the county level peke yake. Ifikiria hata the national level. What is that thing that our president, our beloved President William Samoei Ruto, should do or can do to actualize the dream of young people's involvement in leadership and governance?
Thank you. In that, the Mabazu, talking of the head of state, that the space for young people is actualized to some level, because we can talk of having a very young, a youthful PS for youth, that is Fikirini Jacobs. Other departments, we have very young people that are involved in that there. That means we have trust that our president have trusted in us. So to these mabazu, our leaders, it's an advocacy for them to trust our cause, trust our ability, and trust that we young people can make things possible. And by doing that, they must support us, supporting us in youth activities, in projects. And with that, we will be able to even also support them.
Hii support unasema, what kind of support is this? Kwa sababu most of the time senior politicians are accused of bringing their peers and forcing them on, you know, on political tickets and leaving out young people. And mifano imetolewa for a long time. For example, in Ewaso we have you know, older candidates. In Kikonyoke hivyo ndio iko. Mnapangaje? How do you plan to lobby your spaces kwa hao viongozi wakubwa ambao ni, you know, tunawaita mabazu, waamini kwamba nyinyi mnaweza? Do you think wako na role ya kuhakikisha kwamba nyinyi mnapata nafasi hata ya kuchukua nafasi na tickets za kisiasa?
In that,
because hii inakupatia platform leo. Ongea na wao, ongea na hao mabazu. Mmekuwa mkifanya hivi na hivi, mmekuwa mkitufinya, mmekuwa sasa, hii ndio space yako ya kuongelesha. Unaona, waambie hivi ndio imekuwa, mmekuwa mkitubana, tunafanya aje? Mnataka tufanye kazi hivi?
Hapana. With that, recently we have said I led a conversation of all MCA aspirants in Ewaso ward. That we are saying, let's be together, let's be united. Within that caucus of the aspirants, we have a member of DCP, a member of UDA, whatsoever. Going forward, our advocacy to our leaders, that is our mabazu, that enjoys a privilege of decision making in these big spaces, political spaces. That consider these young people.
Consider how, like, ungependa watumie criteria gani kuconsider nyinyi?
One, you have just mentioned about ticketing, party tickets. And hii mambo ya parties, it is very critical because a young person, tunasemanga as just you have mentioned about who are big boys. They are big boys to decide who will take the ticket home, whichever they
What
will.
Are you putting on the table?
What are you putting?
They are watching now. What are you putting on the table? Ndio mabazu waone kwamba we will deliver and we can deliver. That is the thing that's a challenge that I'm giving you. Si kusema tu please consider us how. What is that one thing that you guys, young people, are putting on the table? Baka mabazu aseme what? Tuwapatia wase chance.
We are saying this, and this is what we are bringing to the table. That we are coming as one package, as one united package for young people. That we really need this thing, and we also love them. Not just we are coming for them in that, and consider us for our majority numbers. Siri ni nini? Siri ni numbers. We have them. As much as we assure you that we will unite for this.
Now sasa unaongea. Mimi kama mimi ni bazu, nitasikia si wako na numbers, wako na unity.
Yes.
Kwa sababu hizo ndio vitu ambazo wanataka kuangalia. You guys, are you united?
Yes.
Do you have numbers?
Yes.
Now we can sit down and have a conversation.
Yes.
Unanielewa?
And we are saying this, that every table that we are let me say this, that anything about us, without us, atutaki.
Amtaki.
Anything about us,
the young people,
yes,
must bring.
Yes. Anything for us, without us, we don't want. Anything about us, na kama hatuko, we will not be there. And our surety to this, that the unity of young people, we will deal it to the latter, that we will come with a one package. And our word is this. Ile meza sisi hatuwezi discussiwa ama hatuko. Hatusemi tutavunja, lakini hatutakuwa kwa hiyo meza.
Hamtaka kwa hiyo meza.
Hatutakuwa kwa hiyo meza.
Sasa nikimalizia hiyo kwenye masuala ya uongozi wa vijana, na nataka hii itokee vizuri sana kwa watazamaji wetu. Tuko na mambo mawili na tuko na changamoto kubwa, na this has been a huge challenge over time because we have had meaningful youth engagement of young people, but on the other side tunakuwa na kitu inaitwa tokenized engagement. Unakuwa engaged lakini kwa sababu unapewa kanyamo. Unanielewa?
Yeah.
So the guys, you know, people utilize tokenism to bring young people together na nini na vitu kama hizo. Wewe unafikiri changamoto kubwa zaidi na njia ya kupambana na tokenism kwenye masuala ya politics hasa ya vijana ni gani? Kwa sababu ulisema vijana hawajaajiriwa. Unaona?
Yeah.
Alafu hapa wanapewa kanyamu. Tunaenda aje? Hiyo ungependa kuambiaje hao vijana ambao lazima wa believe ya kwamba time ya tokenism imeisha, tuwe more objective? Yaani ungependa kuambiaje? Waambie na ile kamera pale.
For that, a time for tokenism, it's not for us now. Every young people, whichever how you have any hustle, you don't have, you're maneuvering your way there and there, you're depending on your parents. Our space, our leadership space, tokenism will kill us. And this is a warning to young people that hiyo mambo unapangwa hapo nyuma ya tent, tafadhali haki ya Mungu tuache. Let's not be voters, let's be decision makers. And this matter of becoming voters is making us to be tokenized. Napatiwa leo shilingi 5, naenda ninamaliza kesho, and then nimeshakula kitu ya mtu, and I don't have that energy to talk or articulate our issues. So coming to this challenge, our leaders must think of, we have even proposals that we have shared to many leaders, and they have never worked out for. These proposals are youth activities, supporting groups, and I must thank leaders that are supporting youth groups. I can just mention about yesterday we were at Najile location, our home, that our women rep visited us, and he really supported young people, you see. We have also seen many leaders like Katol supporting young people. We have also seen through the county government, the youth docket, that the county government have supported young people. And tumpe Kaisari Zaki, sorry, that where people are doing good, let's give credit to that. So we are urging our leaders that support these proposals, give us opportunities.
Mpewe samaki ama mpewe nyavu? Mpewe samaki ama mpewe nyavu?
Give us that support, and more so, let them nurture us in terms of leadership. When I have an idea of even rallying out a leadership summit, just to talk about youth leadership, we are not able because these resources are limiting us. So a call to our leaders is, open for us your doors. Open for us your doors. We are not limited. We will work with every leader to make sure that these issues of young people are achieved. That is my ultimate goal. That is my real intention. Okay. That amplification of our voice, that will help. Kwa sababu our leaders, our wazee wanazeeka, who will be in that position tomorrow? It's us, our young people, and so it is a challenge to us all. Yes,
that is quite interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Mambo ndo namna hiyo. We have had a very, very, detailed conversation from challenges that are affecting young people, from the current situation of youth leadership and governance, from challenges that are affecting young people, and to be meaningfully engaged, and how best do we address the issue of making sure that young people are not just on the table but are making decisions on the table. Mazungumzo haya ni mazungumzo ya wazi, mazungumzo ambayo yanaleta taswira tofauti sana ya jinsi mambo yalivyo katika hatua ya kaunti na hata pia katika hatua ya kitaifa. Swali ni je, will the young people be objective in some of these things? Will they be, will they continue to be tokenized? Will they continue to have a tokenized engagement, or will they have an objective engagement? That is where we are as young people, because young people cannot have these leadership opportunities. Hawawezi kaa kwenye viti vya uongozi kama wao watakubali kununulika, watakubali kununuliwa. Ni mazungumzo ya moja kwa moja hapa na ndugu yangu Alan Kasosi, ambaye kama mmevyosikia ameamua kuunganisha vijana katika wodi yake na kuchagua one aspirant ambaye ataenda kwenye uchaguzi wa 2027. Should this be replicated in other wards? Can this be replicated in other wards? Answer. Share your thoughts down on the comment section, and tukae tukizungumza, kwa sababu kwenye kiti moto ni kiti cha kuzungumza kila wakati, kila